welcome to the episode series of All About Interoception in Kids. In today's episode, I'm going to talk in detail about interoceptive system and how interoceptive system impact the emotions, impact the social skills and emotional regulatory skills of kids. So, what is interoception? Interoception is the eighth sensory system of our body. Before going further, I just want to recall that we believed that we have 7 senses which helps us in the overall functioning of our body. Sense of taste, sense of smell, sense of touch, sense of seeing, visual sensory system, sense of listening, auditory system, vestibular, movement sensory system, proprioception, pressure, body awareness sensory system. But now there is the 8th sensory system which is called as interoceptive sensory system, which is very important, similar to other 7 senses of our body. So, what actually interoceptive system does for us? So, how we feel internally, what is going inside our body, interoceptive system helps us to sense the inside of our body. How and when we feel thirsty, when we feel hunger, pain, frustration, anxiety, urge to use bathroom. All these internal feelings are perceived by the brain through the interoceptive receptors which are present all over the body, including our internal organs, muscles, joints, skin. So friends, now you are able to understand about interoceptive sense, how we are feeling inside, what are the different feelings inside our body, how we feel about the physical changes which occurs due to the internal changes in our body is called as interoception. Now, interoception affects the emotion. The physical sensations and emotions are very correlated. You have noticed that when we are angry, the emotion of angerness here leads to different physical changes in our body. For example, the muscle gets tensed, the voice gets changed, we feel sweaty, hot flashes kind of change in body temperature. We may sweat as well. So all these physical changes, when we feel these changes because of the emotions, that feeling, those physical sensations, we are able to perceive because of the normal interoceptive system work through the receptors and brain. So, if this kind of emotion along with the physical changes or physical sensation, we are not able to feel that, or if the kids are not able to feel that, then definitely there are some difficulties in the interoceptive system. If we talk about the kids with autism, the diagnostic criteria of autism included social communication delays, repetitive behavior, but they have not included emotional dysregulations, which happen in most of the autistic population. Because of this emotional dysregulation or misinterpretation or absence of interpretation of the feelings, what is happening inside the internal organs of a body, the child shows lots of outward behaviors. Those outward behaviors are in the form of meltdown, tantrums, then meaningless sudden crying, laughing. So all these outward behaviors force the researcher to investigate What is the mechanism behind? And do you believe when the investigations was done and still they are under process, the interoceptive sense came into the picture? This sensory system, which is very similar to other sensory system, leads us to interpret the internal feeling, and the interoceptive receptors sense those interoceptive inputs, sending them to the brain, and thus the brain then give the commands to the body to react, and thus resulting into the end product, which we called as the action. This interoceptive system could be over-responsive interoceptive system in some kids, or under-responsive interoceptive system. If the sensory system, the interoceptive sensory system of the child is over-responsive, then the child shows overwhelmed or heightened state, for example, in case of pain. And if the child is having under-responsive interoceptive system, then the child will not react even it is a hit at the intense level. So this is same as other sensory system, that child could process it as over responsiveness or under responsiveness. The interoceptive system not only impact the emotional regulation of the child, it also affect the problem solving skills, socialization skills, initiation of interaction with peer or in social situation. This happened because of the disruptive interoceptive system. The child is not able to understand when he has to react, what are the different emotion he should feel in different or in various surroundings, because of which the child gets overwhelmed, anxious, and thus resulting into the outward behaviors which are not accepted by the peer group or in different social situations, because of which the child is not able to solve different problems which are faced in various social environment. My dear friends, in my next episode, I'm going to talk about how interoceptive system works and how we need to evaluate that my child is facing difficulties in interoceptive sensory system. Thank you so much.